Hey, what's going on YouTube? Jamo. Gonna do a bit of a tech talk to you today. Since the HTC 10 has finally been revealed yesterday, ah, after all the HTC teasers they've been doing on Twitter and other social media and stuff like that, they finally revealed it yesterday. Had a little look at the spec sheet and had a couple look at some of the, first look reviews on YouTube. And I don't think it's mediocre, but I don't feel there's any specs that set it out from the competition. And the competition at the moment for me seems to be, the Samsung Galaxy S7, the LG G5, and the Nexus 6P. Even though the Nexus 6P was out last year, it's the first one to get Marshmallow. I don't even think it got Marshmallow. It just came with Marshmallow, to be honest, because it was quite a new Nexus phone. So, yeah, let's just go into the specs and see what's going down. So, in display, you got a 5.2 in the HTC 10. You got a 5.1 in the Samsung, 5.3 in the LG G5, and a 5.7 in the Nexus 6P. So the Nexus 6P, to be honest, it's really in phablet territory. Once you go over 5.5, you're phablet in it, to be honest. So yeah, they've all got 2K screens. Obviously the screen, the higher the pixel density. So the Samsung's gonna have the highest pixel density in its 5.1-inch screen because it somehow fitted 2K pixels into a 5.1-inch screen kind of thing. So you got that, but I mean I like a little bit of a bigger phone, to be honest. So I think the 5.2 or the 5.3 should be quite comfortable. Um, if we move on to processor, we've got 820s in the Samsung, the HTC, and the LG. It's only the Nexus which has the older hardware in it. But when you consider the fact that the Nexus is just pure Android, it doesn't really need that extra hardware to fight through, you know, the um the Android skin that they put on top of the HTC, for example, the Sense or the Samsung TouchWiz. So the Nexus is still quite a performer, even though it's on a bit of older hardware. Um, 4 GB RAM in the LG, the Samsung, and the HTC again. Uh, 4 GB, is it overkill? I think it might be overkill. People just like close the apps after they finish with them. It should be alright. Got 3 GB in the Nexus. But yeah, I think 3 GB and upward, you're alright, to be honest. Storage, they've all got the HTC, the Samsung, and the LG. They've all got expandable storage, which is really good. Um, HTC and LG have it up to 2 TB, and even you can get a 2 TB SD card. If anybody knows where I can get one, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know. I've not really seen any online. Nexus is the only one without expandable storage there. Camera. Camera's going to be a difficult one to talk about now. I mean, the specs look really good. The thing I'm most interested about is the wide angle selfie lenses. So just like the GoPro cameras, they're gonna have quite a wide lens or like wide angled lens kind of thing. HTC has an ultra wide angle lens, to be honest, and the LG has a 135-degree wide angle lens. So it should be quite decent. But I suppose we're gonna have to see actual samples from the cameras before we can like comment on them. Um, Speakers, HTC, obviously known very well for the front facing speakers they usually put on their phone. But from what I understand in some of the first looks, there's only one front facing speaker at the top, and there seems to be a subwoofer at the bottom. But I feel like when they try to put a subwoofer in a device, I don't think it quite works. I used to have a HP Envy laptop which had a subwoofer in the bottom, and these mini subwoofers, I don't know. You'd have to tell me in the comment section below, but I don't really think they can do what a dedicated massive subwoofer can do, kind of thing, or like the type of woofer that you put into the back of your car. Um, but I do know the Nexus 6 and the Nexus 6P's front-facing speakers are very loud indeed. So those are quite good, and obviously the Samsung and the LG don't really care about their speakers. They just put one solid speaker on there. Um, Apart from the Samsung, it looks like USB Type C is the future now. So that was one thing I was worried about when I was gonna upgrade to the Nexus 6P. having to swap all my USB normal cables to USB Type C cables. But yeah, USB Type C looks like the future. Um, Gonna have to get into it now. Apart from that, they've all got fingerprint sensor, heart rate sensor on the LG and the Samsung. What is it all? Nano SIM as well. And yeah, that's about it in terms of other stuff. Connectivity, it's mostly the same kind of connectivity. Um, I'm not sure what MIMO is on the Nexus 6P, but I'll have a look into it later. NFC on all of them as well. I know some phones they've been leaving it out nowadays, but yeah, NFC is still there. I'm not sure about wireless charging though. I know wireless charging is not in the Nexus 6P. Maybe it'll say it down here. In terms of battery, we got 3000, 3000, 2800, and the biggest battery in the Nexus 6P, which is a substantially bigger phone, remember, due to the 5.7-inch screen. Um, Big batteries. I do prefer to have, a milliamp battery over 3000. Just because it will last a lot longer when you're using applications such as the camera. But I suppose nowadays with quick charge, do you really need it? I mean, usually in a car journey, since I've ever bought a quick charger, a car quick in-car quick charger, that has just sorted my life out. Like literally, you can take a 15-minute car journey and charge your phone to like 30%. Like that's decent now. So yeah, I'm not really sure if you're gonna need a bigger battery now that everyone's got quick charge. Is the quick charge as quick on the USB 3.0 as it is with, on the USB-C as it is with the normal USB 2.0? Well, I guess we'll have to find that out later on. But yeah, and in terms of the weight, well, it's one of the heavy. Well, it is metal, I suppose. It's a completely metal body, so yeah, it's second to heaviest. With the Nexus 6P, the biggest phone being the heaviest, obviously. It's not that much heavier than the LG, to be honest. But yeah, guys, that's just a quick little comparison of the HTC in comparison to the Galaxy S7, the LG G5, and the Nexus 6P. Um, Let me know what kind of phone are you thinking of getting, guys? The HTC, the LG, the Samsung, or are you gonna keep it simple with the Nexus 6P? I'm still leaning more towards the Nexus 6P. Um, but the I can't even pronounce it now. The HTC 10 does look quite sexy. I'm not gonna lie. Those chamfered edges, those, I'll take that to bed for me. I'll take that phone to bed with me and charge it in bed. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that it's cool. Could do a couple more comparisons like this if that's what you're into. Got the comparison off of www.joylife.com. But yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Lets me know that what I'm doing is worth doing. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Jamo.